Just ate. So that's in your face. That is good. So I'm Doug with America's Best Restaurants. We're traveling the country coast to coast to find restaurants that you should dine at on a frequent basis, like the Backyard right here in Huntington, West Virginia. We're going to talk to Drew and Megs, the owners, and get the skinny on a pizza raw bar concept that you just have to try. Come with me. Let's go check out the Backyard. Hey, we're back. We're inside. We have Meg, we have Drew, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staples of the menu and a surprise coming up. So we're going to start first and foremost because the pizza, and this is where Meg comes into play because the dough is her creation. She's the queen of the dough. So let's get into the pizza. What are we looking at? What makes this dough so special?
It's a blend of Italian flour that we use, and just a lot of love in there, creating the recipe. And with our most popular pizza, the Woo-Tang, it's got a special sauce called swing sauce.
Is that something that you guys created and named it? Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
It's kind of inspired. Ollie kind of initially created it.
Did he? Yeah.
Ollie opened up the restaurant with us, one of our good friends, and passed away. But he came up with the swing sauce, and then we combined all these different flavor profiles to create layers of. You get a little bit of sweet with the swing. It's a honey sriracha lime.
A little spicy.
A little spicy.
Yeah.
Then the grilled chickens, you get a little savory.
I guess as you're talking, I mean, we can break bread.
And then you have a little bit of blue cheese, not too much though, gives a little bit of that kind of tang to it. And then you have like the red peppers, red onions, fresh jalapenos for a little bit more sting to it.
That's good.
And then you get this fresh cilantro on top.
There's a whole lot going on.
Yeah, it hits in layers. It's a real fun pizza.
So each bite, there's like 10 different things going on where your taste buds are kind of like, what? Wait, what? I love that. That's awesome. Great crust, by the way.
Thank you.
You should patent this.
We do call it Meggie's Breadsticks on the menu. That was something that slipped on there. And
She wasn't happy about it though, right?
Yeah, she wasn't on
Yeah,
hers.
no, yeah.
Until we had someone come in that was on Maggie's, her name was Meggie, or Megan, she said, I love these breadsticks because they're named after me. I said, Meg, we can't change the name now, we're keeping it.
And now she still orders them 10 years later.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys are like 10 years old.
Yeah.
So she came in when you first opened, and now here we are 10 years later, and you're still, see?
Yeah.
We need more things with her name on the menu.
Yeah, for
I think.
sure.
There you go.
We do our peddler. We have Maggie's mustard also.
There you go. See, she doesn't want the attention, but she's getting it anyway,
Yeah,
which is great.
True.
So talk about the concept overall. This is really unique. We've been all over the country, have not seen a combination of raw bar and pizza. So how did you come up with this?
So we did, we spent about a year and a half on our research and content analysis. So our main target audience was the professional workforce in downtown Huntington. We were both working jobs, staying busy, trying to work on opening up a restaurant. So we were tight on money. And just kind of the concept, the information we got back was people really like pizza and they really like seafood. And there's nothing like this.
What a funky combination.
Yeah.
And it's worked for us.
No, that it is. It is. And I love how you said before, you're on a tight budget when you got things up and going, and you've done a lot of repurposing of things to kind of get the restaurant going. But it's so cool.
Yeah.
And it adds to where you were and where you are now. And I think that just makes part of your story even better, that you had to come up and be creative and coming up with a concept like this that no one's had before. That's awesome.
We had, it was tough when we first opened up. It was working jobs, and we had a tight budget of $65,000 to build. So we were using a lot of, like, our tables were made out of plywood that was kind of like sanded down and restained. We teamed up with a friend of ours, Seth Cyphers, and then his wife Jill. They started up Back and Pucky Creative, and they helped with the build out and everything, and used it kind of as their storefront. So because we didn't have much money to pay them to get it up and going. And after our first food order, we had $400 in our bank account. So we had 2 weeks to pay employees after that. But
wow. Obviously it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Boom. Kudos. All right, we've covered the pizza. Let's get in raw bar wise. We have oysters. Tell us, because these things are fresh, man.
They are. Our oysters, we get them 3 to 5 days harvest date. We specially order them in our seafood, so we get really good fresh seafood in West Virginia, which is surprising. And the best thing about Oysters Rockefeller is if you're not sure about an oyster, you haven't really had it, then you get to try it, and it introduces you to it. One of our joint
They're
managers.
cooked in the wood fire oven, so they're not raw.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they get
This is my first ever
oyster.
eating an oyster.
And that's
yes.
the best way to try it. If you want to get into trying oysters, if you don't want to just dive in and try a raw one, then do the Rockefeller, maybe fried oysters, and then we'll work your way up to the other ones.
I hate it. And it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Austin
Yes.
wants them. Holy cow. See, everyone who said I'd never eat an oyster, I just hate it. So that's in your face. That is good. So talk about, because you said again, it's like from 3 to 5 days from harvest. So I mean, you've got it set up when this stuff is fresh and
Yeah,
wham.
we order them ahead of time and tell them, they know what type of oysters we like and different species, because they're all kind of different with the type of brine that they have, and how easy they're to shuck, and then just the size and dimensions, depth of the shell. So we have certain ones that we really like to either serve on the grill. Usually it's blue points, and if we want them on the half shell, it's usually from Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, or blue points are excellent on half shell as well, but it's a more meatier, hearty oyster. The Prince Edward Island ones are smaller, more flavorful, and have a nice salty brine to them.
Look at you.
Really good.
You know this stuff, man. Guy knows this
Oyster.
stuff. She knows her stuff. I'm just here eating. I don't know what I know. So let's get in wings. I mean, come on, man. Talk about the wings.
Yeah, you want to tell them about the wings?
Yeah, these are our signature swing wings.
Swing wings.
Yeah, so there's a process to our wings. We brine them, we grill them, and then we fry them to order. And that's our sweet and spicy sauce that's on our Woo-Tang pizza.
Ooh, gonna
And-
have one? Enjoy.
Yeah. And the wood fire grill really gives them that,
Nice.
a little bit of that smoky flavor, and then we fry them per order.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're crispy.
That's okay. I got sauce everywhere. Putting the wings into the wood-fired oven, totally different. How many different flavors of wings do you have?
We have 3 right now, but also we do different stuff. We probably do dry rub sometimes and come up with different flavors on them, and sauces. And the fun thing about the style of cooking also with the name Backyard is we have a wood fire grill and a wood fire oven, so the style of cooking is very rustic. And that's what we also like with our kind of decor and everything when we look for decorating, is repurposing, using something a little bit more rustic and something like you build in your backyard. If you're just tinkering around.
Talk about the name, because as you're saying, there's actually a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Go into that.
Our main target audience was workforce downtown Huntington. There's a bunch of law offices in Huntington, and they always go out for lunch. They want to eat, and that's what keeps your business sustainable. Pizzas by the slice. They have average 45 minutes to be in and out. Budget around $10 to $12 for lunch. So we can do pizza by the slice and salad combination for $7.50. They can be in and out fast. Also, the style's different. So our style of pizza with wood fire oven is different than just on a regular brick oven or a conveyor belt oven.
Okay.
And then, the name Backyard, it's kind of like relates a little bit to Appalachia and the style. It's kind of the old school way of cooking, very raw, traditional. Just like all of our ingredients, we make everything from scratch, and I think it really complements the flavors that we put out in the type of food.
Love it. All right, now one of the items mentioned on social media that we had to try was this.
Oh yeah,
So please explain.
lobster cheese sticks.
Lobster cheese sticks.
With Meggie snack.
Lobster cheese, again, haven't seen that before. So how did this come about?
We started making cheese sticks, and we love lobster, and we just had to combine the two.
It's very simple, but it works. It's
Very simple,
it's very
delicious,
popular.
and it is one of our most popular items. When we came out with it as a special, it was so crazy, the demand that we created for this dish, or that was created by the public.
It was a special. We had to add.
We had to put it on the menu.
Yes.
And we always joke, when you put something on the menu, then it slows down. But this thing, never slowed down.
Yeah.
So
No kidding.
it's whenever we post on social media what items should be featured, this one I know you saw was blowing
There's a
up.
special
And the
seasoning.
Woo-Tang.
on there.
Yes.
And the special seasoning we get imported. It's really, really good blend of some like herbs and spices that really complement the flavor, and that's what we use on most of our seafood dishes.
That's a fantastic. Item number 5, what do we have?
That's the ahi tuna ceviche.
Yeah. So we do one of our other popular items is the just ahi tuna. We get it from outside of Chile, and it's on the wood fire grill. We do a ponzu sauce, wasabi. You have pickled ginger, and we actually get our ginger from California, the ginger people.
I think so.
It's the best pickled ginger you can get, in my opinion. So we even get it from out in the
It's
West
just
Coast.
good quality tuna, and that wood fire grill gives it the smoky flavor.
Yeah.
That's what makes it stand out.
So when you trim the tuna down, you have the tuna belly, and it's a little bit tougher usually if you cook it. So if you go to a sushi restaurant or something, they use the spicy tuna rolls in with it. And what we do instead is we make a ceviche, which is a curing process with acid and citrus to where it actually cooks the protein. Traditionally, right now on our menu, we have the shrimp and scallop ceviche, which is awesome, but this is a little bit more untraditional. We use a little bit of a soy, some citrus, and some other things to cure it, so it gives it a lot
It's a
different
special
flavor.
sauce.
And then a chipotle remoulade, we toss it in that per order. So it's an untraditional ceviche with a lot of impactful, compact flavors, and they're all in one.
You guys really got this down, man. That is solid. And these are 5. Now we have one more surprise. So we have one more item that's been off to the side. And there's a story behind this, Drew. So if you want to do the honors here, but tell the story behind it. How did this come about, and why does this dessert have so many different emotions for you?
So growing up in the restaurant industry, my wife and I have been in the food business for a long time, but my mom waited tables, and being there at work with her, there was a place called Chili Willie's, which was a Tex-Mex restaurant, a staple in Huntington. It's since been closed, and one thing that was in there, because I grew up in the restaurant because we couldn't always have a babysitter, so I would just run around, hanging out in the office, break room, hanging out at the bar, So one of my favorite items that they had was the ice cream taco. It's taco shell, tossed with cinnamon sugar, and whipped cream, honey, drizzled chocolate chips, nuts, the works. And so what we wanted to do to kind of this is very nostalgic because we made kind of a similar dish, but with our pizza dough deep fried, kind of like churros. And we have the cinnamon ice cream, which is from Austin's local ice cream.
Homemade ice cream.
Homemade, it's the best.
And
then
it
we add a
gets-
little twist to it where we
So
do
you
the
can get it
flambe.
flambéed.
Let's do it.
Oh,
It's really good.
there's a lot of it in there.
That's
Put a
awesome.
sim on it. Wait for the flame to go out before you eat it.
Yeah, really?
And it's good.
Thanks for telling me. Trust me, I would be known to go, hey, I'm going to eat that. And then all of a sudden I'm toast.
I know
That
you're a
is cool.
dessert guy, so you definitely have to try this out.
He's a man after my own heart. So I tell you what, I'm going
Check that
to
out.
look at him. He's bullying me to eat this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and dive in. So I tell you what, check them out on their website, on social media. They're in Huntington. So if you're coming in or through Interstate 64, it runs right by. Maybe you're coming in to catch a game at Marshall, whatever. This is a place that you need to put on your GPS and check it out. I'm not going to use the spoon. I'm really going to dive into this thing.
That's the way to do it.
I'm digging in. So check them out. They've also got a full listing right here on americasbestrestaurants.com. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You'll get notified when more episodes drop. Come by, check these guys out. Great food, great people. Love the staff. The food is fantastic. So if you live in this area, make it a daily habit to come down. Try this. This is mine. Come get your own. I'm out.